In this video, we're going to talk about calendar sync options. Now, there are many different types of options for syncing the calendar in the system, so it's important to understand all of these options to ensure you choose the best option for your business and customers. So let's dive right into the screen share to see how this works. So we're going to navigate to the calendars through settings, and we can click on the calendar settings and we can just choose any calendar that you've got set up right now. And then I'm just going to use this as a way of explaining. Okay, so now if I'm linking a Google calendar, I see a couple of options. So there's actually one of four options. So let me go through each of these one by one. So from a one-way sync point of view, it just means that all the calendar events from the Google calendar will be shown in gray. One-way sync will not add anybody that's invited from Google into the event within the system. So essentially, it's only synchronizing the appointments from the GoHighLevel system back out to Google. And that honestly is probably the most used and most recommended way to use calendar systems. There could be, however, a need for a two-way synchronization, and this means when all the calendar events from Google Calendar come through, they're all colored, and the system determines who's invited from the Google event, creates a contact record for them, and fires off the triggers associated with the calendar. Now, if you've ever seen rogue contacts in the system when you first set up this and running tests, it might have been because you had a two-way sync on. Then you've got what they call the smart sync. Now, this means that when a calendar event is created in Google and the contacts associated with it weren't found in the system, it doesn't add them as contacts, but it does block the time off in the calendar because it knows that should be blocked off, and it colors it gray. So if a Google Calendar event is created and the contacts were found, then it says, okay, I'll appropriately color code that and fire off the associated triggers. So that's a nice way to go. And then of course, disabled trigger means that even if all of the event contacts from the Google Calendar are pulled into the system as new contacts, you don't want them firing off triggers. So essentially this means that, you could be meeting with people and you've got, triggers to assign tags, which then trigger various other workflows automation that are normally reserved for leads. You don't want that happening for people booking in, which could be an existing customer or anybody that's making an appointment with you, because that means they've probably already come to the end of the funnel. So that's actually another really good option. So if you've only ever just done one-way or two-way, do check out the functionality available with disabled trigger and smart, and just talking through these four ways is a really good conversation to have with customers. Okay, that's it for now. I'll see you in the next lesson.